Okay, Sadmanani. I'm back. Ngivangathi, I should address this and just speak to people about anxiety and depression. Yeah. It's a bit cold today, so I hope everyone is warm and keeping up well. So today is a Tuesday. Okay, before I begin, I wanna showcase my new baby that I got. This is it, my new portable oxygen. This is my new lungs. This is just like everything that I've been waiting for my entire life, ever since my lungs started doing its things. So I've been waiting for this for so long, and it's finally here, and I'm excited because this means me doing all those things that I couldn't do because of the one that I had, because it was heavy, and this one is a second-hand bag, so it's not so bad. This side is for ventilation, also this side. Okay, this side is a battery. So yeah, this is what I always have to carry now when I'm in the actions. And got new hair. You're looking pretty. Okay, I'm feeling myself, guys. Okay, back to the real stuff. Yeah? I want to talk about the depression and anxiety, because seemingly almost everyone now is going through depression and anxiety. It's real, and we do need to embrace it. We do need to have people talking about it so that we can relate to them. First of all, I'll say, if ever you are feeling down, if ever you realize that your emotions are no longer the same, do try and go to the psychiatric hospital and seek help. If you go there, it's not necessarily that you're weak or you cannot deal with your emotions. You can always go there. It's not always whereby you get to take the medication. You can be booked for just counseling. I go for counseling, okay, plus the meds, because at the end of the day, there's nothing I can do, because my depression and anxiety comes with the chronic disease that I'm suffering from. So there's nothing else that I can do. So okay, I was taking another. It's too far, so I'll just drop it. I won't go and look for it. I wanted to show you another type of the same meds. It's not the same, but it's the same brand. So I've been feeling the anxiety, and it disturbs your entire day, and it's something that happens too frequently. Simple things like thinking of tomorrow just being tomorrow, it gives you anxiety. Thinking of, okay, tomorrow is a Wednesday, ne? That, it gives you anxiety, and there's nothing else you can do with that. It's just simple random stuff. Like, probably if you put the spoons in the wrong pocket, you get anxiety. For me, even like in the house, when my brother bangs my bed or touches the bed, it gives me anxiety, and there's nothing I can do about that, but it gives me anxiety. Like, probably I'm sleeping on the bed and someone brushes the bed. Even when I'm in deep sleep, I wake up because I get anxiety attacks and my heart beats fast. I get palpitations, simple things like that. Maybe someone else can relate to that. Just sitting down and thinking, oh, by the way, I'm sick. Anxiety kicks in, and there's nothing I can do about that. So I do need to have the medication to calm it down. And besides, I'm not the one who usually decides if to take or not to take medication and just canceling. Because apparently when I went there my first time last year, April, I thought I would just be booked for counseling, but then the doctor said no, you just need to take medication plus counseling. So you can never know if you'll take just the medication or you'll also be booked for the anxiety for the meds. So this one you just take once a day in the evening. So you can have this in the evening after meals and you sleep. It has its own side effects, like the yawning. Like almost every second you're yawning. It's not that you're tired, but it just happens. Also, body weight. I'm so hoping it happens with me, because the last time I was on fluoxetine, nothing happened, no body weight, nothing, except just the yawning, which is there too often. And also they said that it increases the anxiety for a while until it gets used to your body. So you gotta take it and get used to it. It does help a lot. That's why when I decided to stop, I was feeling better, but that was a wrong move. So if you're given any type of medication, do not like, especially antibiotics. Also, usually people take antibiotics, or even if it's another type, but antibiotics, people take antibiotics and then they decide, well, I've stopped coughing, or the infection has healed, or whatnot and whatnot. Do not stop taking it until the doctor says, okay, you can stop taking it. Because the moment you, like for antibiotics, because usually they deal with infections, any type of infections. So the moment you stop taking the antibiotics, the infection doesn't stop. And then when you go back to the hospital again and get another antibiotic, the infection gets to be resistant to the medication. It doesn't go back, and it comes back multiplied. And once it's multiplied, you're doomed, So you need to always try to take them until the doctor says you can stop. Like, for example, also with me and my fluoxetine, I'm not sure what I always see people do this when they try to show the light, ne? Me and my drug, ne? Yeah. I'm going to start, like, the what can I say, laying the teenager. I was better and on my road to recovery. So stopping the medication made me go back. More like I relapsed. So now it's starting everything afresh, and it's worse than what it was. So it's basically me starting from scratch with everything. But we're going to continue, do counseling sessions, take the meds correctly this time, and don't ruin the moment. I would really appreciate if people do take care of their mental health. Don't ever feel like just because you're going through things or whatnot, you feel like people will not understand what you're going through. If you feel like people won't understand what you're going through, do go and try to see a psychiatrist. I promise you it'll be worth it. And those people, even like from the security guard, the people are so nice. They are really, really nice. Yesterday when I got there, okay, my first day when I went to the psychiatric hospital, I always had the stigma, feeling like it's only weird people going there. If my friends and family saw me there, they'll think, I'm weird in a way. If I didn't even know how to tell my family and friends. My granny encouraged me to go for counseling. And so when I got there and they told me you don't just need counseling, you also need medication for what you're going through, it stressed me out. And they didn't really explain much about major depressive disorder until I researched more about it, because it's major depressive disorder and generalized anxiety disorder, which is GAD. So I was like, what is major depressive disorder? So I had to Google and learn more about it and start to embrace it. And I was lucky to know that I do have friends also going through the same thing. So I was able to relate to some of them and actually not feel embarrassed about everything going on. So it is wise when you feel like you need to talk to someone, go there, because it's not just about counseling. Having someone with no skills listening to what you're going through, blah blah blah, because that's what people always say. I can't go and just have someone listen to what I'm going through because they won't help. It's not about that. For me, the reason why I go for counseling is not because I can counsel myself, right? I can calm myself down, right? But you do need someone who will give you coping skills. Like, let's say you're dealing with a certain situation. You do need to have someone who's well versed in social issues to help you with how you for me, let's say I'm just talking about me and being on oxygen and people staring at me, looking at me as if I'm weird. I know it's not something that's common. I understand that, but having people judge you for not even knowing what you're going through, blah 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 blah. So you do need to have someone who'll say, not to say it's okay for people to do that, you just need to embrace your life, because that's what other people say. But don't beat yourself up about the situation. I'm not beating myself up. I'm just mad at people not understanding what I'm going through, right? So you do need someone who will help you have more skills to deal with that. Like skills of when someone says this, you can just look at it in this way. You can just do this like this. You can always have do things like this. Those are the coping skills. Not to say the situation must disappear or people should stop giving opinions, because that will never happen. People will always talk. So you do need to have someone who will say, you can, when situations like this come, you can always do it this way. You can always, it's okay to feel the way you feel, because at the end of the day, people really, they always opinionated, and they're allowed to be opinionated as much as you are also opinionated. You have your own views on life and things and your surroundings, né? So let people be, let people say what they want to say, but you can have ways to cope with that. So when you go and see a psychologist or a psychiatrist, it's not to say you're just having someone listening to what you're going through and giving you silly advices. No, that person is going to give you coping skills, and that keeps you going. Okay? And also the stigma around those mental hospitals, it's not there at all. The moment you at the gate and you enter, trust me, it will be like the best thing that you've ever done in your entire life. Even if you're having stresses about life, just go there, talk to the nurses. I'm pretty sure you'll feel better. If you're going through something, you go there. The nurses, the just from the security guards. Because growing up, we've always had, especially here, I don't know about other countries, I'm just talking about my country. Growing up, I stayed in Manzini, and so we were always told ukuthi, the mentally disturbed people are out they're being sent to the shops. One day they are chasing you, one day they are doing this and that, and we were always scared ukuthi they're chasing you around. So it's always been like weird things that we've heard of, the people laba in that mental institution. So I also had I'll go there and then I'll meet this person who's mentally disturbed and he'll be chasing me around, But the moment you get there, the people are really nice. From the security guard, they take you, they ask you if it's your first day coming in here, they show you around, they take you to where you're supposed to do your bookings, they go with you wherever you need to go, they show you the lines. Yo, guys, my ears are closed. Ish. Yeah. Okay, it doesn't hurt. I hope you can see what it doesn't hurt. It's just a short thing going into my nose. Nothing much. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. My ears are closed. So, okay, from the second, I'm not doing it, but my ears are closed, so I'm just gonna speak. I'll see it later. So, when you get there, the security guards, they escort you, you go, and everything is okay. And they make sure they follow up, they make jokes with you, you laugh, you don't even realize it's basically like you're in hospital. Now, we give you even, like if you are their patient there, you can get all type of medications that you need, from asthmatic meds, whatever, anything. Like when you go there, if you have a headache, they will give you painkillers. If you have flu, they'll give you flu meds plus whatever you need for that day. And so it's always nicer because once you are their patient, they follow up every time, every now and then. It makes sure, even if you forget your dates, because sometimes, life happens and you forget your date and think, I'm going to be shouted at for not coming back, blah blah blah. No, they don't even, they're like, oh, okay, at least you came. And they give you your medication, you go on and life goes on. Which is, you always think they'll be shouting at you for not coming back for refill. Even the medication is always extra because they know accidents happen. So it's always easy. I do really, really encourage people to go. Plus, going at the psychiatric hospital is free of charge. You just have to provide yourself with transport. The rest is sorted. Medication provided, counseling for free provided. And also, I've heard that people always complain with the sessions, they take forever. But if you consult with your psychologist and tell her that you need more days with her, she will make time. She will encourage you. She will encourage you and she will make time for you, and if probably you need 2 weeks, you need whatsoever, they'll make time for you. It's not always that it's always once a month or twice a month or whatnot and what, or 2 months after your first session. So they make time. My counselor or my psychologist, I had to, we met twice a month. We met every month, and I was okay with that because every month I was able to come back and update her and she'll give me ideas on what to do next and what not and what not. And I guess that's why I felt like I had recovered from the anxiety, because I felt stable enough to go on without medication, and that was the wrong move that I made. But it's life. So yeah, we're back on it and we're going to push and push. So please, if ever you are on any type of depression meds or any mental health meds, do not stop them, because you don't know what you're doing to your brain, you don't know what you're doing to your progress with the mental health. So you gotta try and just bear with them. I know it's not nice taking medication. I myself hate medication, because like this pill that I have to take for every meal, at least about 8. Creon, when I take Creon, I need to at least have 8, because I tried 3, I got diarrhea, 4 diarrhea, 6 diarrhea, 8. That's it works well with my stomach. So I need to always take 8 of the Creon for every meal. Every time I'm chewing something in my mouth, like, okay, for snacks I do take 6 because it's not too heavy, but heavy meals like starch, proteins, and so on and so on, then I need to increase the dosage. So I don't like taking medication. When I see the pills on my hands, I want to vomit, but we gotta do what we gotta do to live. So do not stop taking your medication, So I have this message here from Karabo Monahang. I'm not sure, Monahang or Monahang. Hey, phela mina ngeliswati manje just Sisotho angisati, but nje ngiyazama. Ngiyakhona kusiva but angikwati ukusifundza. How? What happened? Okay, ngiyakhona kusifundza Sisotho but angikhoni ngiyakhona kusiva, angikhoni kusifundza. So Karabo here says, thank you. I can relate. It's so hard for me to identify some, but what has been happening in this past years, I can't clearly say if it's depression or anxiety. I should really take this into consideration, because I really do take it lightly. Thank you again for being heads up. I very much appreciate, love you. Yeah, do take, like, don't, if you feel there's something wrong with you, do a follow-up on that. Don't say, I can deal with it, I can cancel myself, I can get over things. Some things are just beyond our powers, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's not to say you're failing to cancel yourself, you're failing to do things on your own. Yeah, I am. I'm so strong. I know that, I believe that, I know myself, especially for the past few months, I've been making a very good recovery, and like I'm believing in myself, and I'm feeling strong. But some things are just beyond my control. There's nothing I can do. So I do need to inquire with other people to find help and find solutions if akhona, things vele letinye ngeke nathi sikhona ukuthi controller, that are just beyond us. So do try and consult with other people, even because I'm a friend's for usually when we talk to friends about this type of things that you go through, they'll say, sorry my friend, I understand. That's all they can give you really, and they're not so well versed in such things, until probably the other people going through the same thing also. They do totally understand. It's okay. I don't like it when someone says sorry, because it doesn't change the situation, and also it makes you feel like you're asking for attention, because you can't always be coming to me and telling me the same thing and one and over, like every day one and the same thing, every day one and the same thing. obviously you do need to change. But if you go especially like a psychiatrist center and tell them, which this is what you're going through, blah 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 blah, they'll give you coping skills. Next month you'll be much better than you are this month, and you'll be able to go on for the next life. Trust me, it helps. So please make sure your mental health is your first priority, because like if you're not okay here, you won't be okay around people. You'll be lashing out on people, lashing out on yourself, not empowered, because once you fall down, you'll never be empowered. You'll always be down and down, and so you need to, once you're okay here, everything around you gets to be okay. You can embrace yourself, appreciate yourself more, you can love yourself more, you can start doing things that you didn't do before. You get to be positive, because you've healed mentally. So do try and consult with your psychiatrist or psychologist and take it from there, one step at a time. Don't just go there once and think, you've done enough. No, counseling sessions can last for as long as you live, until I don't know, but they can last forever, because every now and then you face different obstacles that need new coping skills. Probably you've changed places, you've seen this and that, you've had a lot of incidents happening in your life, so obviously you'll always need someone to give you their inputs in your life. So do speak out. You can also speak to me, because I've been through so much, I'm still going through so much. I can give you advices on a lot of things. If you need to talk about diet, I'm here. I can help you out, connect you with my dietitian, connect you with whosoever it is available that I can help with, except stuff to do with business. I'm not so into business. I'm in the social club thing, like anything to do with social life. You can always talk to me. I can always find help for you. And if I need to go with you, if overnight we are Saba to go and see a psychiatrist, I'm always available to go with you to see a psychiatrist. That's what I can do for you. I can always go with you, because I know the stigma around psychiatrist and psychiatric hospital, but I'm available to go with anyone who feels the need, who feels they need to talk to someone, or if you can relate with the anxiety thing that happened. I'm always available to go with you, and I'll follow up every now and then, to check if you're doing the right progress. So yeah, in the meantime, I love you people, so please take care of your mental health, and don't stop taking your meds, guys, please. Yesterday bangithethisile nami ngaze ngakwata, because besengiva ngazuthi okay sengivile, like I've heard you guys, so please stop. But he kept on and on and on and on and trying to make me see, you made a mistake stopping the meds, blah 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 blah. And I was like, no, I get you. I thought I had recovered, so yeah, I stopped it. Yes, I know it was wrong for me to stop without consulting with you guys, but yeah. So please, whatever medication you're on, don't, until doctor says it's enough, you can stop, you're fine. Me, I was once on TB treatment for no reason, not to say for no reason per se, but they were just like, in case the TB is hidden in your blood, blah 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 blah. So it was 6 months every day at 7 o'clock, because it had to be one time all the time. No, you're drinking it at 6 or at 1. You just had to have one time exactly at 6. or exactly at 7. For me, it was 7 o'clock. Every day, no cheating at all. Every day, you take your pill, you tick on that, because you're given some sort of a calendar which has the date. So you tick. After taking, you tick. After taking your pill, you tick. Ne? So 6 months of that, and then they added another 2 because there was still no difference. So it was 8 months of the same meds for no reason, because it didn't help, it didn't change anything. Even after that, they said, oh well, sorry, we couldn't help, blah blah blah, so you gotta try another hospital. But I followed up. That's what you have to do. Even if you know it's not going to help, or it's not helping, you're not seeing the changes. Because I wasn't seeing the changes, I could have just stopped, right? But I didn't. I kept on and on and on until they themselves said, okay, that was enough. So follow up on that, and do try and go and see a psychiatrist. It will be beneficial for you all. So that was my message for today. Please try, check on your mental health, see where it goes. And just to show off one last time, my baby, because I'm so excited. I can now move around freely, easily. No stresses about anything. I'm just out there and being myself. Because like yesterday, I was able to go to town, see my psychiatrist, and not worry about my oxygen levels and not. Because now we have a new one. Right? Okay guys, bye bye. But yeah, bye. Until next time. I'm not sure what's the next time, but yeah. And I'm feeling myself, guys. I am beautiful. Alright, bye.